Hey everyone, this is Burak from phpandstuff.com. This is the first part in a series of screencasts and articles about CodeIgniter and Doctrine. We're going to be building a project together from scratch, and in this first part of the series, we're just going to do the install and setup of CodeIgniter and Doctrine together. So you can follow this from the article on the website. Just go to phpandstuff.com, find this article named CodeIgniter and Doctrine from Scratch, Day 1, Install and Setup. So first thing we're going to do is make sure we have a web server. And I recommend using a local web server on your machine. And if you're a Windows user, just download WAMP. I put a link here. If you go to wampserver.com and go to downloads and install, it's a simple application. Just install and it comes with Apache, PHP, and MySQL all in one package. Once you've done that, you can go to localhost in your browser and you should be able to see your new web server. Okay, after that, we're going to create a folder in our web folder named ci_doctrine_day1. We're going to be putting everything there. I've done that already. Here under my WAMP folder, web folder, I created the ci_doctrine_day1. It's empty, so I'm going to show you how to install everything. And the first thing we're going to install is CodeIgniter. So just go to codeigniter.com website and click the download link here. And I'm going to open the zip file directly. Yes, and go into the CodeIgniter folder in the zip file and you get this system user guide, etc. And just copy them into the project folder we created. And I have it open in my code editor. Let me refresh. Okay, so I'm going to remove the user guide folder. We don't need that. And that's it. CodeIgniter is installed, and we can open it in our web server. Just go to localhost. Well, not localhost. Localhost CI Doctrine Day 1. Open that folder, and now it says welcome to CodeIgniter. Everything's working fine. We're going to now install Doctrine, and we're going to install Doctrine as a plugin. So first we need to do plugins. We're going to put it in our application folder. Under System Application, just create a new folder named Plugins. And inside the plugins, create a new folder named Doctrine. And we're going to go to the Doctrine website, which is doctrineproject.org. Download that. Open it. Has another compressed file. Open that too. And go into the Doctrine folder. And what we are interested in is just this lib folder. And take that and put it in the plugins Doctrine folder we just created. So I'm going to drag and drop it here. So that should be it. In my IDE, now I'm going to refresh. I see Doctrine and lib. I put the lib folder here. That's all I got from the Doctrine website. Then we're going to create a plugin file. In my article, you can see the code for that. We're going to create a file named doctrine_pi.php. That's the name format for CodeIgniter plugins. So that's going to be directly under the plugins folder, not under the Doctrine folder. So under the plugins folder, create a PHP file called doctrine.pi and go to the website again, copy the code from the website and paste it into this new file. And we save it. Alright, now the installation is complete, but we have to set up some things. We go to phpMyAdmin, which should come with your WAMP install. Just open that. Here we manage our MySQL databases. So we're going to create a CI underscore doctrine, a database named CI underscore doctrine. We're going to be using that. So create it in phpMyAdmin, and we're going to tell CodeIgniter that's where our database is. So the database configuration file is located under system, application, config, and database.php. And open that file, scroll down. Hostname should stay localhost. Username is root with no password. This is our default setting. And the database name is CI doctrine. Just save that. And the next thing we're going to do is make sure doctrine is loaded automatically, because right now it's not loaded automatically. We're going to open autoload.php and scroll down to plugins. This is a setting which tells doctrine which CodeIgniter which plugins to load automatically. Otherwise, you have to manually call the load function for the plugin. Don't worry about that for now, but we just put it in the auto load so it's always available to us. And that should be it, I think. Yeah. So when you refresh this page, there should be no errors. So under localhost CI Doctrine Day 1, this is where our project will be. It's working, Doctrine is installed, we're ready to go. We can create models in Doctrine, we can create controllers, views, etc. So we haven't done any coding, we just did an install and a configuration. But quickly, I'm going to go over controllers. Controllers in CodeIgniter. On the website, in my article, in the first section, you can see some kind of illustration I put together about models, views, and controller. So we're going to be exploring this part. Controllers are basically they get called on every time a page is requested. And these controllers can load views and models. Views are template files, models are they represent data and business logic. We're going to learn about them later on. But for now, we're talking about controllers. So it looks like this. When you the URL structure is like this. You open your project URL / index.php / you would put your controller name and a function name. In this URL, a controller name would be called, and a function named under that controller would be called. Let me give you an example. These controllers are located under system, application, controllers. So let's create a new controller, new PHP file. Let's call this hello.php under the controllers folder, and this is going to be a class file, so it's going to be called hello, and controllers need to extend the controller class. Here, what you have to worry about is the name of the class has to match the name of the file, except the file name is lowercase and the class name starts with uppercase. And in this controller class, we're going to put a function, and we're just testing, so I'm going to echo something here. Just going to say hello CodeIgniter, and that's it. Now, to load this controller, what we do is in the URL index.php / our controller name, which is hello, and the function inside the controller was world, and open that, and we should see our message, hello CodeIgniter. We're going to get into more details about models, views, and controllers. This was just a quick preview. We're going to be building a whole project from scratch, and this was just only for install and setup. On the next episode, we're going to talk about some more of the basics of CodeIgniter and Doctrine, and you can find the article on phpandstuff.com. So see you next time.